It's day 2 of our trip with the guys from High Octane Racing, and we're already here at Tsukuba circuit nice and early. Now the guys are just changing over the brake fluid in the car, as the car spent 3 weeks in a container out at sea, so there could be a little bit of moisture in there, so they'll be on the safe side. That's going to change it over, get the car ready, have a final check before we hit the track.
With the brakes sorted, Mark Berry got suited up and the team was ready to hit the track. This was Mark's first time on the track and he used it to inspect and test out the course, looking for the right line, setting braking markers and seeing how much grip was available. Being an open practice meant there was plenty of traffic about though.
Mark's just come in from his first practice session. He's already run a 1-minute flat here at Tsukuba. Now he actually did that time using a 6-month-old set of practice tyres on the car. So they've just come back in, they're just discussing the setup of the car and what needs to be changed and putting on a brand new set of tyres. So hopefully we'll get a little bit more practice in today before the big day tomorrow.
Spirits were high as Mark was already setting blisteringly fast times. The car was given a once-over and new semi-slicks were fitted up. It was then back on track for another session.
We're approaching the end of the second day here at Tsukuba circuit. It's absolutely freezing. Now Mark had a couple of small problems with the stability of the car on track today. We're already at the 1-minute flat mark. Now they actually thought something with the suspension might be a little bit off, so the guys have given it a wheel alignment. It turns out that when the car was tied down inside the container, it's actually changed the tow settings of the car. They had over 12 mil of tow out on the front, making it quite unstable in the front end. So they've given the car a wheel alignment to tidy that back up and get the car sorted.
While the High Octane Racing team were working away, we thought we'd catch up with some of the crew.
All right, with Ian, mate, it's day 2, we've had our first practice. What are your thoughts on the track and the car so far?
Well, we've had a few problems, but I think the boys have just discovered the wheel alignment issue, so hopefully tomorrow morning that's going to be a different kettle of fish.
So what do you think of the track? Was it a bit of a freak out coming here, seeing the track compared to what it looks like on...
I've been here before, and yeah, it's different conditions to Australia, that's for sure, you know. The car's been pretty well unbeatable in Australia, but it will be a different story here, you know.
So what do you think of the competition here? What do you think of the other cars that are in our ballpark that are big competition?
Well, you know, they're all used to the track. They've sort of been around there a million times. This is Mark's first time, so hey, it's all foot in the water stuff.
What do you think of the minute flat first time out?
It's okay.
It's not bad?
It's okay, yeah.
It's pretty tough, it's pretty fast.
When you look at how bad the wheel alignment was and how bad the car was set up, yeah, we should go well.
Right, we're here with Harry from High Octane. He has the distinct pleasure of often having to be our babysitter, as he's the only person here that can speak fluent English and Japanese. So he has to be our guide for much of the time. Harry, how are you, man?
Yeah, okay.
Stressed out?
Yeah, you know, we got the 2 different crews. One will come to a party, another group come to racing. So.
All right, Ian said he was going to bring over some interesting friends to keep his company here in Japan, and Burko's certainly one of them.
Insane, isn't it?
I heard you've never been overseas before.
No.
Not in your entire life.
Never. First trip abroad.
What do you think of the trip so far?
So far, very good.
Lots of laughs?
Lots of laughs, lots of hangovers.
Now, I'm also noticing you're the only person wearing shorts in all of Japan at the moment.
The whole of Japan, yes. I think that's one thing Ian forgot to tell me is how cold it was going to be over here.
As the sun set, there were still plenty of cars trying to get in last-minute track time. Back in the pit next to ours, the guys from M-Speed were frantically trying to repair the broken Hollinger gearbox in their R34 GTR.
Well, first day at Tsukuba, not really what I expected. Track actually looks very much a more open, a bit longer track on videos and on the net and so forth. It's actually quite tight. The corners, it's pretty undulated. There's a lot of bank turns, and the track's smooth as silk though. Like there's no bumps compared to tracks at home. So testing today's hasn't really gone to plan as good as we were hoping. First up was we were chasing grip, trying to find grip because the track temperature's so cold. And then we had a couple of problems with throwing some power steering belts off, which sort of hindered the progress a bit, and the testing time is very limited, so you've got to try and get as many laps in as you can. Well, today we were on a 1 minute flat, which is probably about 3 seconds off where I really wanted to be. But tomorrow we're hoping to get sort of into the 58s. If we can get mid 58, you'll be sort of near the pointy end of the cars that aren't serious. Yeah, no, it's been good. It's been good to go away to an event and not have to work on the car myself. It's been quite a bit different. Everyone's come over and given us a good hand. I can actually think about what I'm doing and not get distracted. And because I don't know the track, I can go stand up at the side of the track and watch what everyone else is doing too. Watch lines and yeah. Well, there's Bill and Kelvin from C&J. Obviously, Bill wanted to come over and keep an eye on everything and make sure it was right. The weather over here is quite a bit different to what it is at home. We're only seeing 23 degree intake temps here. We're seeing 60 and 65 at home in Queensland. Russell's obviously come over with the car and given us a hand to do what we do at home. Got my parents here. That Mum's the lap timer and keeps an eye on everyone else as well as my laps. Dad's here always go racing with him, never leave him at home. I've got a cousin of mine here also helping out, and a good friend of mine helping out, which is finally good.
As darkness fell, the crew finished up and we headed home to get some sleep for the big day.